Welcome back. On the day Joe Biden accepted the Democratic nomination for president, current President Trump visited the area where Biden grew up. Trump toured a manufacturing facility in Old Forge, Pennsylvania, near Scranton, to tout his job creation successes. Afterward, Andy Michalczyk of our sister station in Scranton interviewed Trump one-on-one.
I met with President Trump inside Mariotti Building Products minutes after his campaign rally ended. My first question dealt with the news that broke early Thursday about the federal indictment of his one-time advisor, Steve Bannon. Bannon allegedly defrauded hundreds of thousands of donors in the so-called Build the Wall project.
We have nothing to do with that. That was a project that was started with a group of people, but I know nothing about it other than I was against it.
I also asked him about concerns that cutbacks at the U.S. Postal Service could impact vote-by-mail ballots across the nation.
The post office is losing a fortune, and we have a good businessman running it, and he wants to do things where it can lose less and maybe ultimately make some money, because I think it can if they charge the right price per package. We can make the post office really special, but we have to do something on packages without charging people. Whether it's Amazon or a competing business, they have to start paying up.
And what about COVID-19 concerns and the reopening of schools across the nation? There was some question about, should the federal government has the federal government done enough, your administration, to help make sure schools are safe for staff and students moving back? There's been some questions all around the country as they try to reopen.
So we've had a great record. We started with empty cupboards, with very little left by the last administration. And we've done a great job with ventilators. We're now making ventilators for all countries all over the world. What we've done, if you look at our rates and our mortalities and fatalities and all sorts of different indicators, we have done a phenomenal job.
This rally was held not far from Joe Biden's childhood home in Scranton. On the same day, Biden accepted his party's nomination to run for president.
The president is coming to Old Forge, Pennsylvania, Lackawanna County, to smear Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. There's just no question about that. They've already told us that. And the reason he's doing that is because he's a desperate candidate who's failed as a leader during the worst public health crisis in a century and one of the worst economic crises we've faced in a long time.
And some Democratic leaders have today came out before your rally saying that they feel Mr. Biden will do more for northeastern Pennsylvania than you.
Nobody's done more than I have for Pennsylvania, because you had the best year you've ever had last year. Now you're going back to doing record numbers again.
President Trump told this reporter that he is confident he will carry Pennsylvania just as he did in 2016. Reporting in Old Forge, Lackawanna County, Andy Michalczyk, Eyewitness News.